What's going on, guys? David here with you with DC Appliance Repair, and we are coming to you live with another Q&A. And we appreciate everybody that's a part of my channel. Appreciate everybody that's going. A few things I want to announce real fast. Like to give a couple shout out to everybody that is in the Appliance Repair YouTube channel field. Everybody that puts out content, shout out to everybody. Like to give a shout out to everybody that's a part of the DC Tech Chat group. Matt, Mike, Jeremiah, and Ron. Appreciate you guys. We chat on the daily. Got a couple special shout outs for Jeremiah. Jeremiah owns J&D Appliance Repair in North Carolina. And I talked with Joshua. He is from Georgia. So shout out to Joshua. Appreciate chatting with you. Chatting with you earlier today. So shout out to Joshua. We've been having a great week over here in the appliance repair field. This week was just the emotions of appliance repair wore me out, but we had a good time. It's a little bit slow. And I want to talk to you tonight about transitioning over into full-time appliance repair. What's up, Space Age? Niner by Nature, what's up, man? Billy Idol, what's going on from Baby Nat? Oh, nice, just fixed that washer and dryer. What's going on? Nice, bro. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I hope the internet's fine. Hope it's not too choppy. But I wanted to talk about transitioning into appliance repair full time. I got a lot of guys on my channel that's got a full-time job or may got a part-time job, and they're thinking about getting appliance repair. They may have experience in appliance repair, may have done appliance repair before, and thinking about getting into it themselves. Or some of you guys may have already been advertising and already been doing appliance repair. I want to talk to you guys tonight about transitioning over into full time and my idea of what the proper time to do that in a timely manner is. So when I got started in appliance repair, I got started late in the year. It's fall time. During the holidays. I figured that would have been the perfect time to start because I know a lot of stuff will be tearing up around that time. Well, I was wrong. It was one of the slowest times to try to advertise. It was one of the slowest times to try to get your name out there. So it didn't start picking up to around springtime. And the reason why this is, what's up, Mark? Let me make sure I get everybody here. Okay, so I think that if you're going to go over into appliance repair, you need to at least go through what I call the seasons, okay? Right now, it's a little bit slow time because of the fact of everybody's waiting to get their income tax right now. If something's tore up, they're like, well, if I could just hold off until I get my money, I won't have to spend my money that I have right now. So calls are a little slow. Parts house a little slow. Everything's a little slow right now because of that main fact right there. Okay? So you got the seasons that's going to change. Like the holidays for us this past year was so busy. We were slam busy. When I first got started appliance repair, when the holidays would come, it would get real slow for me. I had to find something else to do because my calls would get so slow. So this is why I want to talk with you tonight about enduring for a year. Enduring for a year so that you can learn your community. Enduring for a year with putting your name out there, telling customers about your service. That's what's key, because there was times where I'd be slam busy for a month and I'm thinking, okay, this is it. This is what I need every day. And then that next month, it would do a 180. It would just get so slow. Next month, I'll be busy. There may be 2 or 3 months where I was busy, but I want to stress to you that don't get fooled by that month or that several months that you may be busy, and don't be fooled by quitting your job and going over into appliance repair, and then you get near the fall seasons and you're not prepared for that slow time, and then that's going to add that extra stress on you. So that's why I say that it's important, if you're working a full-time job and you need to endure this season for a year. If you're having issues of squeezing customers in, like say if you just want to work the weekends, you want to go hit customers on the weekend, and it's getting to the point where your whole weekend is getting full because the amount of calls that you're getting in, you want to have this problem for a year. You want to be able to endure and fit in as many, trying to fit in your customers where you can. And look, just because you may not have the time to get to these customers, that does not mean that you do not advertise. That does not mean that you not still use your sources to get your name out there. You may be packed for the week, but that does not mean that you do not advertise. You want to advertise, and no matter if you're getting calls or not. Because advertising is how you putting the bait out there. It's just like when you're fishing. You can't catch no fish if you don't have no bait out there. And say if people call you and you don't have the time to put that customer in, what the best source to do is go and find you another local appliance repair company. Appliance repair company, you could professionally tell them, say, hey, look, ma'am or sir, I'm so busy this week. I do not have the proper time within the time frame that I can get to you. But look, listen, I do have a number that you can call, and you can refer that person over. Now, you don't want to give that person all the business, but it's good to have when there may be a time that you can't fit these people in. And like I said, you want to develop this issue. You want to have this problem for months. You don't want to just have this problem for a month. You need to have this problem for a month. That way, and another thing I want to talk about, like right now in my area, well, not right now, but in October, the state fair will come. It's a pretty big fair. Well, that's a slow season right there. That month will be slow because of the fact that fair's coming. There's other things that's going on in the community, and so there's other things that's going to be going on in your community that's going to bring slow times. It's weird. Like weather will change how people it's weird. Weather will affect how many calls and different things come in, and so that's when I say it's good to be out here and be advertising and getting yourself rooted, and you need to do this within a year time frame, at least for a year. Sandy Springs, what's going on, Josh? But yeah, we're having there's some things I want to stress to you guys about what this tech chat group is about that I have. And what I'm going to do is I'm fixing to open it up for a few days for you guys to try it out, for you to see what it's about, because my guy Matt, Ron, Jeremiah, this group, they're constantly telling me, like, man, we got to let people know what this is about, because it's not only you talking with me about a problem with appliance or if you're on a job or whatever. You get to talk with me on a personal note. I don't only just share about tech stuff. I share about, marketing strategies, different things like that, a whole other side of appliance repair business. So I'm going to open that up, and when I do, I'm going to open up a link, and you can go to the link and you can download it, and there'll be a group, and I will be there, and we can do that. You can chat. You can see if this is something that you want to be a part of, because there's things right now that I'm working on that's going to be incorporated and be a part if you're a part of this. Because like right here, I give Jeremiah a shout out. He's over in North Carolina. I'm going to be calling out people's businesses and where they're at and different things like that. Also thought about making, commercials for each and every one of your businesses and different stuff like that. So that's in the future, but this is kind of where I'm wanting to go when you become a part of this group. I have been getting more calls. Things are picking up steady, but I have only back up and running for 60 days. Hey, that's good, man. I mean, the main thing, is just being encouraged. And if you do get to a slow time, don't think because, hey, if you got to go find a part-time job, or don't think if you got to go work back for somebody just to maintain that you failed or that you're not doing good, because even though you're still working for somebody else, run those ads, get on Facebook, get in all the buy, sell, trade groups. And don't spam these groups hard. You know what I mean? Don't spam them hard. Put maybe 1 or 2 ads a week, and have it where it automates itself. You could, copy and paste your ads in a file, that way that you could just run through and post your ads and do a copy and paste real fast. And, go find out what's going on in your community. See, you got ball games and, let's see what's going on here. You got ball games that takes place in your community. Schools will offer advertising spots, like for $100, $150. You can have a sign out there for all season. So that's a good way to, get your name out there. Go talk to all the property management companies. You got some of you guys out here, you have experience in appliances, and you can work on washers, dryers, stoves, and refrigerators. Well, the best way for you to transition over would be, I would say the fastest way would be getting hooked up with a warranty company. Because here's the deal, a warranty company, if they're a real good warranty company in your area, they're going to pump out the volume. And yeah, they may have a couple other service providers, but you need to ask your representative, what kind of volume can you give me here? If you could give me, 10 calls a week or whatever, 10 calls a day would be nice. You need to find out that amount of volume, because see, that's going to help you get your name out quicker versus advertising on Facebook or any kind of form of advertisement, because every customer that you're going into, that's a lead right there. Every customer that the warranty company can provide to you, that's a lead right there. Let me read this. So just put more into when it slow these. Yeah, and when it does get slow, that gives you time to perfect your ads, because advertising is a craft itself, and how you word it and the flow of it. It's a psychological thing. But you don't have to go spend a lot of money on advertising, because if you do a good job, your prices are fair, that word will spread around, and that's going to be your best advertising is going to be word of mouth anyways. And so, yeah, word of mouth is going to be the slowest, but it's going to be the best, because, that's a great foundation to be laid. Hey, family member has something tore up. Well, I know a guy. And so, it's important to maintain, to go through the seasons, go through that full year, figure out what's going to happen. Because there's guys that's right now that's in their first year, and they're making notes. Okay, at this time, this happened. They're making notes that, this event happened in my town, in my city, and it got busy. Things like that play effect that you need to go through and encounter before you transition over. I know that Facebook Marketplace turns large profits for free. When I had a store, Facebook sent me well. Oh yeah, Facebook is very great. Actually, right now, back probably 4 years ago, Craigslist was very hot in my area, but now Facebook has really taken over, especially when it comes to the appliances. There's so many different appliances that you can buy and sell on there. There's so many different groups. You may have one group that's got 5,000 people, and you got a next group that's got 30,000 people in it. So it's like as soon as you post an ad up, a small percentage of that 30,000 people is going to see it, and it's free. But yeah, Facebook is very great. We use it a lot too. But there's so many different ways of getting your name out here that's not going to cost you a lot of money. And you could do this while you're building your name. You can do this while you're working your job, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough trying in the midst of that transition, but it's better to have encountered and endured a season, and when I say a season, a year, and have that knowledge when you transition over. So I just really like to stress that, because I was hard-headed a lot of times. Craigslist wants money and has got slower. Yeah, I figured at one time that would weed out a lot of people, but I think that's kind of hit them in a way that has really hurt them in a way, I think. But honestly, the only time I really use Craigslist is when I'm looking for, to buy something. But I don't use Craigslist anymore for advertising, so I really couldn't tell you how good that has been, because I hadn't used them. But, and see, there may be areas like, Ron here, I've got on Ron, he's over in Michigan, and we run ads on Facebook, and like we hadn't hardly got no kind of hits off of them. So I've kind of learned that Facebook is called what kind of area you're in and what kind of people you're dealing with. That has an effect too. So sometimes you have to find out where your market's at, where are those people at. I mean, you may be in an area where you may have to go old school and run an ad in a newspaper, because newspapers may still be popular in your area. And so you got to be able to test the waters, and it takes a full year to really just test the waters and know what your community's like and know what kind of work to build a good parts list on your truck. So, and what is a year? A year is nothing. What is 10 years? 10 years is nothing. And everything that you do in this field, every ad that you run, I got ads that, like I told you guys before, I got ads that I forgot that I even posted up years ago, and they're still out there in the internet world floating around, and I get calls from it. So, oh yeah, let's see. Yeah, delete. Let's see. Sure. What's up? What's up, Picture Man? Yeah. Offer Up. I fool with Offer Up a little bit. Lego's okay. Yeah, they've. I remember when Lego come out, they've gotten real popular. They're popular in their area. Heck yeah, from Arlington, Texas. So let's start with some questions. I'd like to know like where you guys are at. Are a lot of you guys, are you working? Are you already started your business? Are you thinking about starting your business? Also, let me put my email out here, because I know a lot of you guys have probably already signed up for my email list. I got about 45 people in here, so I'm fixing to send out a link. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna send you guys that link to that chat group. and we're probably going to run it for a week. You can be a part of this chat group for a week. Like I said, and we're probably going to run it for a week. You can be a part of this chat group for a week. Like I said, ask me questions, ask me whatever you want to do. I don't want to seem like I'm trying to sell this. I want you guys to know that this will benefit you. If I was telling my family this yesterday, I was letting them know about where my channel's at, where it's growing and how much it's doing. When I started this, if I had somebody, not only just me, but the guys that's out here, okay, if I had what's out here now, what's out here when I got started, oh man, I would be jumping all over it for real. It would have been such a big blessing. And so I want you guys to be encouraged to know that there is great information out here. There is things that can cut years of experience off your situation and what you got going on. It took me 3 years to learn about warranty companies. 3. I didn't know about them. Okay? And here I am, other guys telling you, hey, you need to get hooked up with a warranty company. Hey, you need to go do this. And I'm telling you, if you go do these things, it's going to work. And if you allow patience to be a number one key when you start in this business, you're going to be successful. If you can have patience through the hard times, through the slow times, and through the growing pains. The growing pains is what's going to make and break a lot of people. But if you can endure that growing pain and plan this out accordingly and plan your transition over accordingly, and if you can sit here and work your job and let your business name marinate into the real world for a year, learn your community, learn what drives more calls, because that's what you got to do. You got to figure out what's driving and what's hindering calls in your community. Like I said, it's funny. Weather, seasons, like I said, everything has an effect on the trend of calls that you got coming in. Yeah, that's right, Pitcher Man. Just, hey, be patient. Be patient on, that transition over. Continue to run ads. Continue to put your name out there. Continue to squeeze people in. Like I said, Pitcher Man, you want to have this problem for some time, and that's gonna be hard. But squeeze it in and keep doing it, and you're gonna get there, man. What is your best advice to lock down property management companies? Okay, here's the thing about property management companies. For one, they may already have somebody working for them. 9 times out of 10 they will, but that's okay, because I was talking with Matt the other day I was talking with Ron the other day on when you walk in, what you have presented for them and what they're looking for is what's going to be key. So, make you up a nice flyer. And how I explain to my property management companies how they're getting a deal is like this. My labor rate, which my labor rate has changed, my labor rate starts at 105 and goes up to 135 now. So with all my property management companies, what I tell them is regardless of what job it is, they have that locked in labor rate at 105. So have your brands, have your service area, and communication is key nowadays, especially in today's world, because this is where a lot of, I see a lot of complaints about didn't return my phone call, didn't handle things within a timely manner. So when you go to that property manager, you want to have your flyer, you want to have your brands, you want to let them know that you communicate, and your communication is key. And you want to tell them that, hey, if you already got somebody working for you, I would appreciate it if you would just give me and my business a chance. And, if they give you that chance and they give you a try, make them high priority, get to them, get that invoice over them, hand it in a timely manner, call them and let them know what's going on. But main thing is being licensed and being insured. The license that you need for appliance repair, there's really no license out there. They just basically just a tax ID number, but you do need to make sure, you check in with your local area, but make sure you have that. Make sure you have your insurance, and let them know, that you're here and you plan to be here for the long run. And just being presentable and having that information right then is key to locking down property management companies. Let's see. I'm a medical equipment electronic technician by trade and have been looking for a way to get out, eventually work for myself. I think adding appliance repair. Yeah, absolutely. And that's a plus because of your background of where you're at and what you're in. That's a big plus because that takes a learning curve off, and you can learn pretty quick because we're always learning out here. So, like I said, it takes. Like if I look back 10 years ago and think about 10 years ago, 10 years is nothing. Like, let's look back 10 years and think about 10 years. Okay, well, 10 years ago, I was 19 years old. I just turned 29. And so, man, think about what you could do in 10 years. But let's not think about 10 years right now. Let's think about a year. A year, 12 months, 365 days. Okay. You break down that 365 days and you look at the amount of weekends that you have. You look at the amount of time off that you have. You look and count how many days that you could possibly take the time to grow you in your business. And you break that down and say, okay, I got X amount of number of days, and this is what I can execute in the amount of number of days. And, here's the thing. Even if you quit your job and, now I know some of you guys, you may have been with your job for a long time, and like Billy here, sounds like to me, he's a medical equipment and, he's probably got degrees and, probably been established in what he's got going on for a long time. And I know a lot of you guys do. And so when you go to make that transition, it's going to be a big step, So that's why I say, let this thing marinate for a year, guys. I'm telling you, if you advertise right now while you're working your job, you could be learning how to advertise. You could learn how to write your ads up, and this is some of the stuff that I help assist and do. There are a lot of them in my area. Let's see. Hey, Picture Man. Okay. Let's see. Okay, if you're going to get insurance for your business, what I would do is try with your local area first, because there's some companies in my local area, they ain't never heard or have a coverage for appliance repair, and then there is places in the local area that will cover insurance. So I would call around to my local area and get insurance. You're going to need at least a minimum of a $1 million policy. So that's the kind of insurance that I acquired. Just limited liability, $1 million policy. Now, certain warranty companies, they will require you to have like 100 of the insurance on your vehicle. Different forms they acquire for, but it's easily to obtain. But I would check in my local area first, because what you'll run into online is, like, I remember when I was searching for insurance in one local area, they'll pretty much shoot you straight, and you could talk with somebody one-on-one. Let's see. Thank you for taking time with us. Hey, what's going on? Neil there, appreciate you, brother. Heavenly Heritage. Are Google ads expensive? Well, here's the thing with Google ads, and here's a little trick that you could do. your local competition in your area is running ads, and they're paying so much for an ad. And what you could do is say you want to start with $100 budget right now, and you want to test the waters for like 3 days. So you could break that $100 down. And what I would do is I would start, you can bid on your ads. You can set a number how much you want to pay like per click. So what I do is I would up that number up a little bit at a time, and eventually what you'll do is you'll see yourself rise above your competition. And once you see yourself rise above your competition, then you can know what kind of price range your competition is paying in your area. So then you can raise it up, and then you can be above your competition. I know that's a lot, and going in detail of that is another video itself, but that's a trick that you can do. But starting a Google My Business page for free works great, because what you can do is when you can put meta tags in, and you can search engine optimization it real well. And you can Google this stuff. You can Google the search engine optimization and figure out about keywords. It's not hard at all. And what you can do is when you go to that customer, you can send them to that Google My Business page and write your review. And so that's an effective way too, but it can get expensive, but it's according what kind of competition and what they're paying. Yes, I do advertise on Facebook. Facebook is my number one source of advertising. I love it. It's the best. I target certain some of the popular things that's going on in my area. I target that, and so that works very great for me. I boost ads every now and then, but my way of advertising is the strategy of what I do is the most best effective way and the most cost effective way, because I didn't have a lot of money. So I had to figure out a way what was effective for me. And so these ways are very effective, and they don't cost a whole lot of money. A majority of it is free. So let's see. Do you use CRM or dispatch software? If you do, mind sharing. Okay, so when it comes to how I set up and how I schedule and what I do, it's very simple. And I've shared, Matt will tell you here that it's simple. I use what you call the Team Up app. And the Team Up app is a free app. Man, I wish I had some screenshots I could show on here. Hey, one more thing, guys. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. And so when I hit the 1,000 subscriber mark and I get that threshold, it's going to allow me to start. I can broadcast from my phone, and also it's going to give me a community. We'll have a community that we can chat in. So I'll be able to put links. I will be able to put different things, and I also will be able to bring you some awesome content, because I won't be able to just sit right here at the computer. I can broadcast from my phone, so there'll be times I'll go on jobs. I can bring you some more on-job training. So when I hit that mark, that's what I'll be able to do. But but let me get back to what I was saying, Eric. I use an app called Team Up App. That's what we schedule with. I probably won't be able to, because it's going to be a little hard, but it's got all their information in it. It's got their address in it. And how we set it up is by the zip codes. I put the zip codes in the title page, so therefore when you're looking at the main page, all the jobs are lined up, and we try to place them accordingly, 70, 73, the 66, 61, 63, and that's how we plan, and that's how I do it. So nothing special. Like I said, everything that I have, is very effective, and it's cost effective. It's not spending a lot of money on nothing really. Besides insurance. But But yeah, okay, so what you need to do is, like, if you guys do want to become a part of the chat group, let me go and find this video real fast. Okay, let me find this video here where you can go to my email list here, because I'm fixing to send you guys, if you're part of my email list, and make sure, if you are part of the email list, make sure that you go and check your spam box, because when it's something new like that, you could be labeled. I could be labeled as spam. So check that. Make sure that it's not, because I'm gonna send this link to you guys, and we can communicate and talk in this chat group, and we'll do that tonight. Let me get this link for you guys, and I'll send that over to you tonight. Okay, where you can join it. I'm gonna also send you guys the link. I'm fixing to set up a private group right here, and you guys can join it right now. How about that? I told you guys that if you watch this tonight, that you didn't want to miss it. So you guys that's here tonight, if you want to chat with me in this group right now for a few days, and let's try it out, let's get to know each other, let's do that. So stick with me here just a minute. Let me get this up and going. It's probably going to slow my stream down a little bit, but if you guys can bear with me, we'll get this going, and I'll send this link out to you guys right now, and we can get this going. But in the meantime, let's see here. Being a little slow, y'all bear with me. Let's go to this one here. Edit. But I hope you guys are enjoying the content here. Okay, let me pause this. I'm copying the link now. This link here is going to be to my website here. You can go and be a part of the email list. You can sign up here, but I'm fixing to go in here and make this link into the browser, and you guys can be a part of that. So let me send this in the comments right now. Okay, here is this right here. There, you can go here to my website, and you can sign up for the email list. Put your email in. Now let's go and let's get this Foxer going. Bear with me. XER. Okay. And wrong thing. Let's see. Foxer. And so we're fixing to get this rolling. Y'all bear with me. I was going to have all this up and going, but I didn't have the time like I wanted to. But if y'all bear with me, this is what we're going to do. But yeah, transitioning over into full time, getting to experience the slow times, getting to experience what's going on in your area. There's a lot of things. There's encounters that you're going to encounter with customers that you haven't ran into before, but you'll learn to efficiently handle that situation. I know that dealing with the public is something else. Like dealing with the public, if you had never dealt with the public before, I tell people to try it for like a week or two, because the public is something else. So, but as long as you're a people person and you can deal with the public just fine, you'll be just fine. I'd have to say the only thing about this business that I can't stand would be going into people's homes. Nasty homes that you go into sometimes, and just people they got thousands of pets in their homes, and you're going into hoarders' homes, and you just go into people's living space. I'd have to say that this would be the only thing that I don't like. Hold on, guys, I'm getting this link right now. Share chat link. Okay. Copy. All right, let's shut all this down real fast, and let's get in here, because this is what it's all about. Right here is the link. Boom. Here you go, guys. There's the link right there. You may have to go, you may have to use your phone to go to that link. It's better to download the app on your phone. But for you guys right now, I'm going to have this chat group open for a couple days, let you kind of get an experience of what it is. You guys jump on here right now. We'll chat it up, for the rest of the night if you want to. But I'm gonna have it open for a couple days, and if you decide it's something that you want, we'll go from there. But let me go back and look at my thing here. Dave, can I do service with part warranty companies with? Yeah, you should be able to. I don't think, most companies don't really have a say over, what kind of time frame. As long as the customer is okay, with setting up. I mean, we personally don't go in nobody's house past like 6:30. As long as we're, now this is just my reference. As long as we're there by 6:30, it's okay. We can work past there, but it's all up to the customer. And a majority of customers, that will help them too right now, Picture Man, because a lot of people are at work, and and if you could get to them within that time frame like that, it'll probably work better for them too. So you should do okay. That should be able to work for you for your meantime for sure. Don't, yeah, that's funny. Don't abuse tacos. I just ate some tacos. Let's see. I'm subscribing on my phone and tablet. Insurance and gas. Yeah. Well, and the vans right now, I put about $28 2 times a week. $28 fills the van up 2 times a week. And that's the same for the 13 Ford eConnect. And the thing is about vehicles, you ain't got to have a van. You ain't got to, you ain't got to have a service van. As long as you got, whatever you got to pull up to that customer and just be professional, you're good to go. I mean, you see my videos about the Little Red Ripper and the different cars that I've had. Are they home and worth a ton of money? Okay, yeah, man, I have been in fabulous homes. When I first got started in this business, that was one of the things that really attracted me because of the scenery. And, of course, I do like meeting a lot of people. You meet some interesting people out here. But I've been in homes, million-dollar homes, penthouses. I worked out on Santa Rosa Beach. And, man, there's just multi-million-dollar homes out there, beautiful homes. And then I've been in homes where they're big, nice homes, and they're nice on the outside. You go in the inside, and it's just like tornadoes in there. It's just like, hoarders. Like I've had several hoarders homes that I've been into. I've pulled back control boards, and roaches go everywhere. And technically I like roaches because the fact of that when I walk into a home and they got a pest problem and that's what's destroyed the appliance, that's an automatic denial and I still get paid. So technically in my line of work now, I used to hate roaches, but when it comes to warranty company, I don't mind them. So, but yeah, and then you got people that, I know a lot of guys, on the channel may smoke or whatever, but to me, it's like it bothers me, like when I go in a customer's house and like they're just, lit up in their house, and you have to change your clothes, you have to keep clothes on you, it's good to wear a mask. I mean, you get yourself in some pretty tough situations sometimes, pretty nasty situations. But yeah, Blue Cats, you crazy, brother. But yeah, so let's talk about flipping some appliances. Flipping appliances, for the guys that you don't only have to do service calls, guys, because if you can make $75 to $150 profit off of selling a washer or dryer, that's more or less like a service call. So, you may not have enough time to go and hit that customer, but you got time to, when you get home, you can sit there in your garage and you can tinker with that washer that you picked up for $20 or $50, or heck, you may even got it free because you're running the ad out there that you get picking up appliances for free. So, that's another effective way. You just don't have to not only look for service calls and advertise for service calls. You can advertise. Let's see. All right, here we go. What's going on? Look at you guys jumping in this rig. Put Matt over here. Let's add some members. Okay. Yeah, man. So look at here, we got Eric in here. Okay, can you put manufacturer decal on your company van like LG's? Sir, I really don't know about that. I think it's okay, if you put Whirlpool certified, I believe you should be okay. I don't think that there would be no issue there. I mean, because if anything, you're advertising for them. But don't take my word for it. I would double check and make sure, because of the fact of there may be a legal issue there, but I'm not for sure. But I see guys, double check. Let's see. I've been looking into flipping this week. I found a stack set at my hospital surplus sale. I'm going to try and pick them up for a steal. Hey, yeah, dude. And hey, here's the deal too, man. You're in a hospital. See, my wife, she works at a hospital too, so she knows a lot of people. Tell all your colleagues and all your people that you work with that you fix appliances, and guarantee you get some work from them too. And ask them, hey, y'all got any appliances y'all just got hanging around and like to get rid of? A lot of people do. So, but yeah, I'm for you guys that don't know, let's see, we're gonna post this link up here. Let's see, go back in this chat group here. But like I said, make sure to become a part of. I see all you guys visiting my thing here. But hey, man, I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. I want y'all to know this. I really do. This is amazing to me where this channel has gotten to. Like I said, when I get to 1,000 subscribers, this YouTube allows other things to be incorporated. So we'll have, I'll be on jobs and I'll be live streaming. So we'll have some raw footage. My last video not my last video, but my video that I put up about reading meters, Nora, she asked about having a video on reading diagrams. So I will be having some content out on reading diagrams. I just gotta, perfect it, set the camera up right. I got different text sheets and different stuff we'll go over and how to read it. And again, like I said, I'll be able to set my phone up and we can do a lot more stuff, versus me having to be here on the laptop. So that's going to be cool. And like I said, it allowed me to have a community chat, so we can do that too. But let's show you guys, like, this is kind of, what this app's about here. Let's see. What's up, guys? As soon as we get done here, we're going to hang out. But like I said, you guys, you feel free to join. Let's see. Yeah, out in the field. Let's see how often you have non-pay years of credit card. Okay, so right
What
now
up,
we're
what up, what up? It's your boy Blue Cat checking in.
so we got a lady right now that written us a bad check. She bless her soul. Anyways, we're not gonna talk about that, but we have people that very rare, maybe once or twice a year. The credit card thing, Square pretty much tell you right away. What's going on. If it don't go through right away, so very not too bad. Um, I've watched most of your videos this week. Reinforming, I wish there was people like I know, man. That'd be pretty cool. I appreciate it. Uh, can you? Neil, that's something I hadn't never done. I haven't never flipped or sold, AC units. I imagine, um, you know, see, Florida is very strict about AC and different stuff like that. So I would have to say be careful, because of the license and different stuff. But I mean, I'm sure if you got your license and everything, I'm pretty sure it could be, pretty profitable, especially if you're installing them for a company and, you're able to get the old ones and properly can sell that used one. I imagine it would be pretty good. Oh yeah, no problem, man. It happens sometimes, but that's just the way it is. We can't help sometimes. People get in tight situations. She just strictly said that she didn't transfer the money over, but it's whatever. We try to give people a chance. If they write a bad check or whatever, if you got to pay me $20 a week, pay me $20 a week, whatever it is, at least try to make an effort. But the main thing, guys, is just staying encouraged. Do right by people. Get out, do some footwork. Go get out in your community. Go get you some shirts made. Go get your logos. Get your name out here in this community. Go and be a part of some chat groups. Go and get in some buy, sell, trade groups. Get into helping and giving back to your community, and your community is going to give back to you. PD, I looked into warranty for GE. The recruiter said I had to do seal assistance to be on their list. I thought they sounded so GE warranty companies. I never really went through GE. I was going through Whirlpool and Samsung at one time. I don't think you may want to speak to another person and just see, because that's not necessarily true, because there's I know there's other warranty companies that will be glad to bring you on, and just because you do seal systems, there's no issues. But when it comes to doing the actually warranty work, like far as the 1 year warranty goes, that may be true, because you probably will be doing a lot of those. They may want a technician that can fully do that. So that may be true, but you may call and talk to another person and just ask again to be sure. But that may be true, just to the fact of, if it's that kind of work. No, I didn't lose no sleep over that too. Hey, man, that's what it's about, man. And, I know at the same time, a lot of things where people are at. And, this is a good business to get into. Everybody has a washer, dryer, stove, refrigerator. No matter what's going on in the country, no matter what's going on around the world, there's somebody's going to need these things fixed. It's a necessity. So it's a good business to get into. There's a lot of different ways that you can make money. There's a lot of different ways that you can sustain yourself. You can make a good living at it. Flipping appliances is fun. You go out in the community, you run you some ads. start running ads tonight. You get off here, get on Facebook, and start running you some ads. Hey, this is David with DC Appliance Repair. We work on washers, dryers, stoves, refrigerators. We cover most major brands: Whirlpool, Samsung, LG. Whirlpool, all the major brands. We same day or next day service. Have your hours of operation. And start pushing these ads out there. Don't be discouraged if you don't get no hits. Still run some more ads out there. There's nothing wrong with turning a call down. But when you turn that call down, be professional and have somebody, a backup that you can hand them to. Because next week you may have plenty of time to take calls, and you may run an ad last week and people saw that ad, so they're going to call you. So, start running ads right now. Don't be afraid to run ads. If somebody calls you and you're only comfortable with working on washers and dryers, and they say, hey man, I got a Samsung fridge door refrigerator that's blah, blah, and you're not comfortable on it, just say, hey, we're not servicing refrigerators at this time. You can tell them, hey, we don't have time to get to a refrigerator within a timely manner, and pass them on. Or, you could tell them that, hey, we don't service refrigerators right now or service that brand at this time, pass them on to somebody else. Or you could tell them, hey, we're only servicing washers and dryers at this moment. Be honest with them, tell them. And you never know. They might say, well, dang, I got an issue with this, or they may have a family member that may have an issue with a washer dryer and can pass you on. So don't be afraid to pick up that phone and start running ads right now, no matter where your experience level is at. Because, if you can handle it professionally and turn it down, then that's fine, but do it professionally. So don't be afraid to run calls. Yes, we are DC certified. Man, I can't imagine where this thing's going to be at in a year. I enjoy helping you guys, and it takes time for me to build stuff, takes time for me to do stuff like this. It would be nice for me to hold courses and hold classes. Heck, it would be nice for me to have a facility for guys to come stay at. Heck, it would be nice to do like a 3-month training thing where, y'all could go on a 3-month training course and go hit these jobs and different things like that. PD, let's see. Thanks, Blue Cat. I'm not trying to worry about, Yeah. But yeah, there's definitely plenty of work out here, guys. I got a buddy of mine the other day. He went and talked to a few salesmen at this area, and I don't know, it may have been a furniture store, it may have been an AC store. I don't know what kind of store it was, but he told that salesman every call that he gets and completes, he'd hand him $20. And so I think he said he had 17 calls this month, so I think that's pretty good. 17 calls for the month just starting out. It's not too bad, not too shabby, especially if you made $100, that's $1,700 right there. So, again, guys, like I said, I can't wait for this mark to be unlocked up. Soon as I hit that subscriber mark there, I'll be able to bring some great content live from the phone here. What is some of this content that you guys would like to see? Would you like to see some more refrigerator repairs? Because I do have a refrigerator. I got my buddy Matt that's going to be sending me some pictures of some content that we're going to be doing. And so we're going to have that up and going. Let's see. Any of you guys join the chat group? Let's see. I appreciate you, Eric, man. I appreciate you taking the time to actually come on over here, man. You're going to enjoy yourself. Believe me. You'll see. So I got some refrigerators that I can do some content on. I know some of you guys are waiting for the diagram. We're going to do that. But I enjoy bringing the content that I bring. Let me know some of the content that you would like to see. I like to ask you guys that because I want to provide content that's going to help you in your specific area that you're in. Okay, I tell you what, PD, I will. Could you do a beginner startup inventory kind of list? Okay, if you're talking about parts, PD, I do have a playlist that some parts that you can get off Amazon. You can go to my playlist and you find parts list. That's a good way. Here, I'll go ahead and grab that for you real fast here. A little playlist. If you buy this ice maker, okay, you buy this ice maker one time. The next time you buy ice maker is because this customer done bought it. So you're not using your money no longer. You're using the money that you made a profit off of, and you're going to turn around and restock your vehicle. So every part that you buy, you may can stock up, you may can get a lot of stuff at one time. Then it may take you some time to get some stuff. And the more calls that you hit, the more things you'll begin to see to get stocked up. The thing behind it is once you buy it, you'll never have to pay for it again. The customer, you're going to sell it to the customer, and the customer is going to restock your truck. So think about it like that. So when you go to get your parts, that's a good parts list that you can start with. Let me go to my playlist here, and this is pretty much no matter what area you're in. It's a good list to have. Let's see here. Maybe this is it right here. I'm gonna put this in the comments. But let's see. Okay. There is that parts list there. I have aftermarket no-name appliance parts. Are there any? Yeah, there is. Blue Star is okay. They're on Amazon. Blue Star has a few good brands. Subco, they're very popular. They're good brands. I don't know the name of the company where I get the Samsung heating elements for. They're $112 at Marcon, and we can get a 4-pack for like $47. I pretty much the names that I have on that list, they're pretty good. I have been getting an issue with the bearings, with aftermarket bearings that you can buy for the Whirlpool Cabrios. I say stay away from those. Go ahead and get the original OEM one for like $60 because kind of ran into some issue with those bearings, so I don't recommend those bearings anymore. And yeah, Amazon's definitely hit and miss. It's, there's a few things that we get. Like I haven't really had too much issue with the ice makers that I get off there. They're especially the little, the little Amazon Choice, GE one that we can get. It works pretty good. Yeah, I would too. I put them in my own dryer. They work good. Let's see. What's up, man? What's going on, DCNF Appliance Repair? Glad to be a part with us. Hey, man, I posted up a link that you can come and get into this group if you want to. I'm going to be opening up this group for a little bit, so if you'd like to come part of it, that link is right here, bud, because we're going to chat it up after I get done with this live Q&A, and we're going to just share with one another. Let me find this here. There it is, right there. Let's see. But yeah, man. Let's see. Let me find this link real fast, guys. But man, like I said, we're so happy where this channel's going and what's going on. Here it's so amazing. Copy link location. Let's put this back down right here. There you go. We're going to repost that. I don't know what I just did. But I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to post this up. I'm going to have this up for a little bit. So if you are seeing this video, because this will upload here in a little bit to my channel. I will have the link available for a little bit. Won't be long. So if you want to go ahead and join it, go ahead and join it. We'll have a good time. Like I said, you'll get the experience about what this tech chat group's about. And what's good about it is like we got guys that's coming in, all over the world, all over the country. Different guys, has experience, in different areas. I have experience in Samsung and LG. That's my number one brands we work on. Of course, we work on other brands, but Samsung and LG, I tell you what, that's I mean, as long as Home Depot and Lowe's keeps pumping them out, we're gonna be all right over here. So let me copy this real fast, this chat group here, so we can get some more of you guys in here. Like I told you guys, I'm glad that you go ahead and get in it. And because is there any more questions, any more things you guys would like to ask? Feel free. Feel free to ask. Be glad to help you. Let's see here. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, and that's the thing, man. I normally mark that element up. I'll sell it for $65. Especially when I'm only paying $13 for it. And and actually the original one, it retails for $150. So technically we're saving the customer $100 right there. Cause man, I sure enough hate to tell somebody, just for an element, you're almost at $300. So, but that's the reason why I was glad we found those elements at those prices like that. And like I said, we hadn't had no issue with them at all. Let's see, more on retail side. Yeah, it is a smooth move. I mean, I tell, hey, look, I'm able to save you $100 right here. So it works good every time. But so Wednesday was a crazy day. I got started at 6:00 in the morning and didn't get out of the office to 9:45 because everything just kept happening real crazy with us. And I was so far behind. And then my second job I was going to, they said that they wasn't able to make it, so they canceled and it put me right back on schedule. So that was crazy. But we work on a lot of dishwashers. We work on a lot of refrigerators. I got guys that's part of the group right now that two guys, they own their own used appliance repair business and they're transitioning over into the appliance repair. So, Ron, he's up in Michigan. He's starting his own appliance repair. And so, when you become a part of my group, when you become a part of this thing and you're already a part of my channel, this is just kind of the stuff that we're going to do. I want to help you guys, with your website. I want to help you guys with whatever you got going on. I have experience in search engine optimization. I have experience in, marketing. So, I try to help you guys, get more calls. I have resources, which you can get these resources yourself, but I have resources, we can pull up, PDF files, different things like that. Right now I'm creating a Google Drive account that once you're a part of the group, what we'll do is I'll put your email into this Google Drive and you will have access to the files that are uploaded in this Google Drive. It will be nice and neat and oriented, in order, and you yourself and the other technicians will be able to post files in there too. It'll be a resource that we can go to and pull up different service manuals. So we're going to have that. And so, oh yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate it. I'll take my 11 likes, man. This video will post up after we're done, but, I appreciate you guys, the support and everything. Let's see, DC, when's the best time of the year to start? Okay, so to me, the best prime time to start, I would say, would be right after taxes. Right after, springtime, March, April, springtime's coming around. I would say that's the best time to start business. The flow of money's back in order. Everybody's recouping from Christmas. It's a psychological thing. People just got through spending a lot of money and they fisting to get some of this money back. So they fisting to more money's fisting to start giving back into the community. So things are going to start to flow. So I would say the prime time would be springtime is to start a business, but any time is good to start a business. But, if you're going to go do this full time and transition over full time, then summertime is going to be that time to do that. So, let's see here. What's going on, man? Glad you're a part of the chat group here. We got another person that just joined. So there we go, and so, we're going to hold this thing open for a little while, but it's I would say springtime. Springtime is the best time. I remember I went and bought a load of appliances. It was around probably September. We went and bought a load of appliances over in Tifton, Georgia. And it was just really for selling appliances that time of the year just kind of sort of got slow for me because a lot of people, there's a lot of deals on new appliances at that time. So there was a lot of people just going out and buying new appliances. So it would get a little slow. So, the deal is that's why I say transitioning over, you need to find that prime time in your community. You need to find that prime time of what affects your sales and what doesn't affect your sales. And when I say sales, I mean calls. So, and going back to used appliances, honestly, guys, if I was able to get a good source of appliances right now, I'm going to tell you straight up, I'll be running the used appliance repair business. I know some of you guys that's in the used appliance repair business are like, man, I'm tired of it. I'm ready to go to sales. Well, let me tell you something. Service calls is a business in itself, and used appliances is a business in itself. But if you're in a position right now, like I know some of you guys, y'all have a used appliance repair business. If you're in a position right now to where you can maintain both and have an equal balance, go for it, do it, But I know there's some guys that like, nah, I just want to get away from used appliances and I just want to go into services. And see that the reason why I went into doing servicing was because, I was having to travel crazy. I was having to put, $1,500 up front to go buy a load of appliances and then, more money into fixing them and then, waiting to sell them. So my model was I want to go somewhere and get paid right away, so that's why I got into services. But like I said, if I was able to get a good source, I'd still be, selling used appliances. Michael, income tax, right? Let's see. Do you suggest starting with third-party warranty companies, doing 2 or 3 calls a day to get new by starting appliance repair? Yes, I do. Especially Mike, you can work on appliances, you feel comfortable, and you can get hooked up with a warranty company. That's definitely what I recommend doing. Squeezing them in when you can. And doing that for some time, especially if you're like I'm talking about transitioning over from your currently job to what you're doing, definitely do that. Mark, that would be awesome, Mark, man. And that's another thing. Mark and Matt here, these guys. Matt was the original guy that reached out to me. I had put a video up that you can reach out to me, and he reached out to me. I mean, I was so thrilled because he was the first person he called me. So I really appreciate, Matt. I really appreciate everybody's part of the channel and especially the group because I woke up this morning and I had something on my mind. And here is Matt. He's talking about the same thing that I had on my mind. And he's like, man, we need to fire up live Q&A again. I was like, you're absolutely right. And last time when I fired up live Q&A, is the weather was bad, it was choppy, it sucked. So that's the reason why I didn't do it. But, and that's the thing. We share ideas. There's some things that I tell the guys, and I can use Ron as an example. I know he wouldn't mind. I told him something that he needed to do, and it was like a couple weeks later when he got in that predicament. He finally saw what I was telling him, and so when he got that, he finally envisioned what I told him, and it set in, and then it opened it up for him to he saw what he needed to do, and so that's what's great about the chat. Mark X, you want to know about the chat? I would honestly say if you want to build a business, build it through service and learn how to fix everything. Then build a shop, starting sales. Yeah, absolutely. I mean that would definitely be the. I mean, you would definitely be set up. Let me tell the guys what this is about. So okay, what this chat group is about here is I have a DC tech chat group. And I'm opening up this group here for just a few days, and so that you can get to experience about what the group is about. We all have different jobs that we encounter. We have different situations we encounter, and we post it on here, and we help each other. I got guys that has experience in refrigerators. Got guys that don't. I got I'm experienced in refrigerators, and so we got different levels of experience. And so I'm opening up this group so you guys can see what this chat's about. And if you want to become a part of it, once I close it, you can. But yeah, that definitely would be key. If you could get set up like that to do it. And for you guys that just joined here, I want to say I did put a link in the comments. You can become a part of this group real fast. I'm opening it up for a little bit, so you guys can get an experience on what's going on. We the best. But anyway, guys, Team Up app. Make sure you check out Team Up app. That's a good app, good free app that you can use to schedule your customers with. Good sources for parts would be Amazon. Marcone is our other local source where we get our parts. So with that being said, it doesn't cost you anything to go and get an account with Marcone. They will give you a credit limit, but you don't have to get a credit limit for them to sell you the part for wholesale. You can go sign up and get an account, and they'll sell you the part for wholesale. Now, how your prices will fluctuate will be the more of a particular brand that you buy, well, you'll get, the more you buy, the more the price cut that you'll get over time. So and so that's a way that you can go and and get your parts. Now Marcon's not always the cheapest. Sometimes Amazon is. Some of you guys know that. Let's see here. I'll tell you, if you don't know how to fix them, you will buy ones that are far gone to repair to make money. Also, you will have to hire people to fix them. Yeah, you will. I mean, because it's a business in itself. Especially like if you're just getting them off the street and you're running ads of people coming in and like you said, because you got to be out here looking for them, and then you got to have somebody fixing them for you. Okay, hey, Mr. X, that's good. I have 0 hands-on experience. I'm taking an online course now. I want to start now. What should I do? Well, hey, man, I'm glad you decided to come over here. Yeah, you're here, brother. And so here's the route that I give people for somebody that's just like you, Mr. X. This is a couple things that you can do. For one, the fastest way for you to get experience right now would be go work with another company. And it's like I've told guys on here, and they've went and done this. I've read in the comments where there's been 3 guys that went and talked to Appliance Repair company, and they got hired on right away. So that's the best thing to do right there. If you're working a job and you're comfortable with your job and you're not sure if this is what you want to do, then Mr. X, I recommend going and looking for a couple used appliances for sale on Craigslist. You can pick them up $20, $50. You may have to spend $100. But what I would do is I would start with washers and dryers. I would go buy them. and I would see if y'all can fix them, see if that's something that you want to do. Oh, cool. You have all your tools. I already did that. But that's what I do. And, if you got your tools and you're comfortable, then the next step for you to be doing would be advertising, get your Facebook page fired up, get your Google My Business page fired up, start trying to get reviews as possible, and it's going to take time. If you're comfortable enough working on appliances that no matter what you face, that you can go in there and, at least break it down and properly diagnose, then go get hooked up with a warranty company. That's what I do. But that's, if you're already at those levels, then, your next step is just to put in that hard work and time, man, and, and go get rooted in your community. Hey, just keep trying, man. There's, the best thing for you to do, Mr. X, is contact the realtor and ask them what kind of warranty company are they selling. Because a majority of these warranty companies, how they're getting these contracts is because of the realtors. So that's the best way. I mean, that took me 3 years to learn that right there. You see what I'm saying? Like, that took me 3 years to figure this out, that this is how I need to do this. Like I said, I didn't know about warranty companies for the first 3 years. So there's a lot of bogus ones and there's a lot of good ones. And, just like I said, I don't know what kind of area you're in or, what kind of population you're in, but, go plant that seed, man. Go talk to many people as you can. This is a great idea for everybody that don't live in Tampa, Florida. Go to a scrapyard and sit and wait till a junker comes, Kenmore 80 series, and give them $5 for it. That's right. Hey, you sure can. There's plenty of guys that go around and that's what they do for a living. They haul off junk, and they've been doing it for years. And you can go get up with them. And like I said, offer them a little bit more money to get those appliances. Well, here's the thing. I'm not. It's according to where you're at, what level of where you're at, because there's some people, getting training on appliances is not like, well, I'm going to say for me, when I got started, reason why, I bought a washer and dryer and I was like, okay, I got to learn how to fix it. Like, I don't know how it happened. It just kind of happened. I didn't go to school. I went and worked with a company for 2.5 months. That was all that I could stand working with them, the guy. But I did learn a lot. And, so, you could go pay for courses. I'm not knocking courses because I know that there's people, there's people that listens to me and I can teach, and then there's people that I can't teach, so. You're in Atlanta. What's up, man? That's what's up. I got another guy that's over in Georgia. So what's up, my Georgia people, man? And so, it's wherever level you're at, whatever you can understand. If somebody's teaching you and they got a course offered up, then go right for it. But when I had my store, I would park my box trucks at them and get. Actually, what I tried to do at one time, Eric, was I worked with Jeff. He had a contract through H&H Gregg, so I went up to Hoover, Alabama. Me and my grandpa did. We had about $13,000 saved up, and we was gonna go get us a box truck. We was gonna get a 53-foot dry van trailer, and we went up to Hoover, Alabama, and talked to the main managers up there for the H&H Gregg stores, and they was getting back in between 75 to 150 pieces a week. And so we had given them a price of what we'd pay a piece. I think it was like $10 a piece. And so we had actually had it set up. We found a big scrapyard over there in Hoover, Alabama, and we was going to go load half of them up and scrap them. And we was going to make our money back, plus, our money back to buy another load, plus our gas was covered just in that one scrap load at that time because scrap money was good. And then we was going to bring the rest back, and I wasn't even going to sell to the public. I was going to wholesale them for like $45 to $65 a piece to other people, to other sellers. So, but, I had some personal things to come up at that time, and it didn't fall through. But, man, we had some big plans. We was going to do something like that. Um, that was fun. I was with the local Home Depot. The only thing with them is you have to take them all. Yeah, you do. You have to take them all, and then you have to. I know some places they have TVs and mattresses, and you have to take everything that they haul off. But I mean, still a good deal, especially it's according to what you was paying for them. I mean, shoot, man, I wish I could got a deal like that. If that contract would have fell through, man, I'd still be doing it here today for sure. I love that part of the business. Yeah, you do have to leave a lot of room for it. But start advertising right now, guys. Start putting your name out there. Get your name out in your community, in your city, in your town. All it takes is one right person. Okay, one right person to get your name. It takes, I've did jobs for judges, I've did jobs for lawyers, I've did jobs for rich people, I've did jobs for all kind of walks in life for people. I've walked in and not charged people before. I've put in my time and efforts into my community, and people know my name in my area. When people know that they can trust you and that you're honest and that you do good work and that you're after the goodness and the fairness of how you treat them, you're going to do just fine in this business. It takes time to build in this business, but it's worth the efforts. Your efforts that you're applying today is worth it. And so continue to put in your efforts, continue to put in your hard work, continue to put in your grind. Even though you may not see that hard work manifest at this time, it will manifest. Okay, it will show itself. So I just want to encourage you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you being a part of my channel. I appreciate the guys that hopped in today. You're fixing to see what this is about. I'm glad that you're joined. I appreciate all the thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that has been here with me since day one. Growing this channel, being here with me. I appreciate it, guys. And we're fixing to wrap this thing up. This is David with DC Appliance Repair, and I'll see you guys in the chat group. Y'all have a good day.